Discourse 14. Beloved ones of the light, we are not supposed to be at a loss for words, yet tonight I find words quite inadequate to convey to you our great love and gratitude for your magnificent service of the past year that is just vanishing into the perfection of the next. Rejoice with me when thus far in your beloved city, through the class broadcasts, we have just completed a count of 1 million whose attention has been called to this mighty presence of life. There are gentlemen present in the audience who will appreciate my next words tremendously. A guard has been thrown around every governor of every state in the Union. And within that guard, no discarnate entity will ever again enter. That means great victory of divine order and divine justice for your states and the cities within those states. We told you 6 months ago that we entered into definite action. I mean that, and everything it conveys for your government is going to change. Political intrigue and deception shall vanish from your America. All the political influence that has been brought to bear upon honest, sincere individuals will no longer have power. A guard, as never before, has been placed over all official places in your government, and the influence which has been trying to gain power and authority shall lose it and disappear. In all the ages past, you have been defenders of the right. You have been defenders of the light. Now you are entering, as never before, even in all the time you have lived, into the magnificent glory of a service which is indescribable to the human sense. In this power of light for divine order and justice, the messenger has touched just a little of it. We have witnessed some of the most magnificent achievement among the students in the past 30 days. I shall see that they report it to the messenger. I want you blessed ones to know that what has been attempting to influence and deprive the students has also lost its power and is vanishing. I take this opportunity of conveying this information to you before you enter the new year, for I don't want to see one of you dragging along any barnacles. How I rejoice with you, beloved ones of the light. And when you see the achievement that is before you, when you realize the truth that we have uttered, that all destructive forces are losing their complete power over mankind, then you will quite realize the service that has been rendered America the past 6 months. Remember, children, you are the victory of light. As your beloved fellowman sang that song, beloved victory stood here in his majesty and power, and I say frankly, charged into your feeling world a power of victory that I have not seen thus far. As you accept this into your feeling world, please watch and stand guard to allow nothing to interrupt or interfere with that by your human effort. If you will sustain that a short time, it will begin to act automatically in your feeling world, and you will find a sustaining power you never knew was there. He has done this intentionally tonight to give you the victory in entering into the new year and into the new world. Does that sound a little bit strange? Since you find yourself moving around in the same environment? Oh, no, my dear ones. Your own new world is wholly independent of your environment. Just remember that. In everything that confronts you in the future, remember the victory of the light in you. Stand steady, serene, and calm, and see the victory of the light. Oh, how many in the coming year will find their heart's great desire being fulfilled. Oh, my dear ones, it is so wonderful for mankind once again to be entering into that freedom, glory, and victory which life wishes them to have. Ere long, you will all understand and be grateful to the law of your life that brought you into contact with this great understanding of the mighty I am. Ladies and gentlemen, may I inform you tonight, I seldom speak of myself, but I wish you to know tonight that I have lived a very long time. I mean, without changing embodiments before my ascension. I wish you to understand that in the old method of centuries past of retaining life in the body over a long extended period, some 2, 3, 5, or 700 years, were quite an ordinary thing. But do you know what that means? Instead of losing the memory of your achievement in one, you go right on through the period that would be the various embodiments, carrying with you the victory of attainment from one period to the other. Do you not see how great was that privilege? Even when I made the ascension, still have I appreciated that privilege and understanding that was mine to expand life in that body until I could perfect it. Of course, I could have perfected it a long time before I did, but in the service that I was rendering, I preferred to retain life in that body. I say to you, my determined service to the mankind of earth has placed within my hands the scepter of power over human things. And when mankind will give me their confidence enough to allow the powers which I wield to flow through their beings, their bodies, and world of action, I will quickly enough show them how the victory will act for them. You observe the humble obedience of the messengers to my slightest wish. You see the achievement, and that accounts for it. It is the greatest thing in my experience to have found 2 individuals who would give that instantaneous obedience and yet make the most dynamic application of life that I have ever witnessed. I thank you, beloved ones, with all my heart for that great love to these messengers. My dear ones, one day, perhaps within the coming year, you will understand somewhat more of all they have meant to you and to mankind. I tell you, beloved ones, you cannot quite appreciate it as I do, but when we have seen from our unlimited vision of the earth the forces that have tried to destroy them, I do not wonder at your great love. Now is coming your determined defense of them. Thank you. Be seated. I was very glad to note that in the intended vicious experience in Chicago, it aroused within the student body all over America and the world a defense that they never realized was there. It is marvelous, dear ones, to see that. For remember, these 2 children for 2 years had to be their own defense. You know, it is said for a long period of time that truth is its own defense. But I say, in the human octave, it comes through human effort. Do not forget that, beloved ones. Your human effort in cooperation with the power of truth makes truth its own defense in the human octave. Let me repeat that. Your human effort in cooperation with the power of truth makes truth its own defense in the human octave. When you have a great mass accumulation of discord, it will often prevent, for the time being, the power of truth and of light acting because of the human free will in the past. But today, since the human free will of vicious individuals can be taken away in the wisdom of life, then a new world has been entered into. Therefore, I say to you, remember these victories of the students. My dear ones, you will see such magnificent victories as you never dreamed possible for human beings, because it is already starting. Remember how earnestly the past 2 evenings the messenger has pleaded with you to be fearless in the presence of light that you call forth against human qualities? Children of the light, you are at the point where you can afford to be fearless, where you can stand in the light and see its victory go before you. Do not fear anything that man may do. I tell you, we shall be able to show you with this new determination and mighty power which you are calling forth that you are the victory of the light. Tonight, I want you to feel that as never before. Because as we enter into the new year, I want every one of you to remember you are the victory of the light. In whatever confronts you, allow not one moment's anxiety or fear. Just stop, be still, and remember your victory of the light. Feel and see its mighty power go forth before you, and see the other thing dissolve before you. You will be given assistance far beyond anything thus far. Do not lean on us. Please understand that. Lean on your presence of life. Then, when we observe the necessity, you can be sure we will be there. Now remember, when you have had the courage to come thus far, then you have made it possible for us, will you pardon me if I use your expression, to go the limit. This is very apropos in this instant, for with us there is no limit. Heretofore, with you there has been. At least you accepted it, but now you are not going to accept any more limitation. How I thank you for this opportunity to speak to you directly. Since my efforts are less required in Europe just at present, I shall hope to find the opportunity to rain upon you the golden snow of divine essence, so that each day you may absorb its beauty and perfection. Ladies, I trust in another 6 months you will not require cosmetics. But if you still should, feel no embarrassment. I want you to feel the great joy in my heart tonight, and my thanks and praise to you that the light has been strong enough within you to hold its victory in its ever-expanding activity there. Oh, beloved ones, feel my hand in yours, and let the great light rays cut you free from everything that has ever disturbed or limited you. I am observing tonight whether it is possible to say certain things to you. May I leave with you this picture tonight? You will remember the cosmic door that the goddess of light opened at the recital in Chicago. Every earnest, sincere one of you will enter through that door tonight. The greatest reception ever known since it was established there will be at the Royal Teton tonight. It will begin at 10 o'clock and last until 7 o'clock in the morning. A great number of the students will visit there tonight, some in their higher mental bodies, some in their etheric bodies, and they will receive the blessings. Many will continue on to the retreat in Arabia and to Chananda's home in India before their return at 7 o'clock in the morning. When you come to feel, understand, and accept these mighty activities, the same as you go to your business office of the day, then you will retain the consciousness of many more of them. You have magnificent experiences while the body sleeps at night, while you are out in the higher mental body rendering the service that is required at this time. You would be surprised if you knew how many of you are rendering that great service. Oh, you know me quite well. You might not for the moment remember it, but you do. You know me quite well, and you have shaken my hands many, many times. So we are not strangers, and tonight I want you to feel that definitely. We are old friends. I thank you tonight with all the power of light and enfold you in its presence. Escorts will be standing ready as you put your bodies to sleep to escort you to the Royal Teton and to the greatest conclave ever held in America. I thank you so much.